There is a moment, just before dawn, when even your thoughts go quiet. Stay until the end, where the water finally stills. The darkness is almost palpable, a living entity that wraps around you like a shroud, yet it's in this very moment that the first light of dawn begins to seep across the horizon, casting a golden glow over the vast expanse of the Amazon River. What happens next is a journey not just across the river, but into the depths of the self. As the swimmer plunges into the cool, dark waters, the initial shock gives way to a rhythmic stroke, a symphony of movement that harmonizes with the river's flow. The water's surface, once a mirror reflecting the sky above, now ripples and churns, echoing the turmoil and resolve that propel the swimmer forward. Every stroke forward is a testament to the will to explore, not just the river, but the uncharted territories of the mind and heart. What happened next changed everything he thought he knew about himself. The river, in its relentless flow, teaches patience and persistence, qualities that are as essential for navigating the currents of life as they are for crossing its waters. With each passing mile, the swimmer becomes more attuned to the river's voice, its gentle lapping against the shore, its roar as it tumbles over submerged boulders, and its soft whisper as it meanders through the shallows. The silence that follows the swimmer's pause is unlike any he had ever heard. It's a silence that is full of sound, the cacophony of the jungle awakening from its slumber, the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, and the distant call of a monkey, all blending into a symphony of life. In this moment, the swimmer realizes that solitude is not the absence of sound, but the presence of a deeper connection to the world around him. As the day wears on, the sun beats down relentlessly, its rays piercing the water's surface, illuminating the swimmer's path and warming his skin. The physical challenge of the swim becomes more pronounced, the muscles ache, the lungs burn, but with each stroke, the swimmer finds a reservoir of strength he didn't know he possessed. The river, in its vastness, reminds him of his own limits, yet in those same moments, it reveals the boundless potential that lies within. The swimmer's thoughts begin to drift, like the river itself, they meander, twisting and turning, reflecting on the journey so far, and the journey ahead. Memories of loved ones left behind mingle with the anticipation of what lies at the river's end. The swimmer ponders the question, what is it to truly be alone, yet connected to all that surrounds him? The river deepens, its currents grow stronger, and the swimmer must adapt, digging deeper into his reserves of strength and will. The water's resistance becomes a metaphor for life's challenges, each stroke a reminder that every obstacle can be overcome, not by force, but by harmony, by flowing with the current, rather than against it. In the moments of exhaustion, when the body screams for respite, the mind wanders to the reasons for this journey. Is it a quest for solitude, a test of endurance, or a search for something more profound? The answers, like the river itself, remain elusive, always just out of reach, yet always present, flowing beneath the surface of consciousness. The sun begins to set, casting a golden glow over the river, a moment of tranquility after the turmoil of the day. The swimmer pauses, floating on his back, letting the river carry him, feeling the currents of life flowing through him. In this moment of surrender, he finds a sense of peace that is not the absence of conflict, but the presence of harmony, a sense of belonging to something greater than himself. As night begins to fall, the swimmer continues, guided by the stars above and the bioluminescence below, the water sparkling like a canvas of diamonds. The darkness is no longer intimidating, but inviting, a reminder that even in the unknown, there is beauty and wonder. The journey across the Amazon River becomes a metaphor for life itself, a flow of moments, each one leading to the next, unpredictable, yet interconnected. The swimmer realizes that the journey is not about reaching the destination, but about the depth of experience, the richness of feeling, and the simplicity of being. In the end, the water finally stills, not just the river, but the mind and the heart. The swimmer emerges from the water, transformed, not by the distance he has covered, but by the depth of his own introspection. He stands on the riverbank, looking out over the water, knowing that he has been changed forever, that he has discovered a part of himself that he never knew existed. The river, in its vast and mysterious depths, has taught him the value of solitude, the strength of resilience, and the beauty of the interconnectedness of all things. As he walks away from the river, he carries with him the memory of its flow, the rhythm of its currents, and the peace that comes from knowing that he is a part of something much greater than himself. And so, the journey comes full circle, not back to where it began, but forward, into a new understanding of himself and his place in the world. The swimmer disappears into